Just incredible!
Just incredible, man.
Just incredible. Run the thing, eh? Run it!
Welcome to the Just Incredible podcast, live from beautiful Los Angeles, California. This is the podcast where you hear, the come up, the behind the scenes stories, the grind, the grit, what it takes to get it done in all forms of business, man. And I'm excited to have my brother on the show today, man. A friend of mine for many years. I have RD from Wires Only here today. And I know the stories. There's no shortage of stories, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. God is great. I'm happy to be here.
God is great, man. And I'm glad we're making this happen. And I appreciate you pulling up to the studio today.
My pleasure.
In something so beautiful out there, man.
Yes, sir.
How do you pick what you're going to get into in the morning, man?
I mean, honestly, whatever has gas in it,
Rev it up.
Whatever has gas in it, I'm taking that.
Man, I want to talk about it all, man, because your story is so interesting, intriguing, inspiring. It's like the three eyes right there, man. But I've been a fan of your work for many years. We've been friends for quite some time now. And yeah, dog, it's just great to have you on the show.
Thank you.
As I build this podcast up, man, and you gave me a call, it was when season 1 was kicking off, and we talked about it, and here we are today. So before we get to everything going on right now, I just kind of want to know how this all got started for you, how the journey started, man.
First of all, thank you for having me. Usually when I see you, it's with Jamie in some part of the world.
Yeah, that's right.
At some crazy event.
Party, right?
Some crazy party. And it's an honor to be here, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
The cars, God's given us a great opportunity to, the cars, I've always just had a passion for cars.
Yeah,
right?
that's right. Okay.
But the cars are what connects you to the people.
Right.
And the people can be in music, they can be in fashion,
right.
They can be in sports. So they're kind of the ultimate connector, because it's really about people. Because at the end of the day, we're in the people business.
That's right. Man, and you do it so well, bro. You really are juggling a lot of personalities. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure a lot of managers, a lot of, you're going through lawyers, agents, right? Because it takes an army to do what you do. And, you and your team have built something so special. So special. And how do you deal with juggling, because in the consumer world, right? We want what we want, when we want it, and how we want it, right? And how do you manage all of this?
These men and women can go anywhere and they can buy anything
at any time.
At any time. Everyone is on their phones, and what we've been fortunate enough to do is, and what we're working on teaching people that are coming up is being able to capitalize on your cell phone. Mm-hmm. On Instagram, on all your social medias, on your podcasts.
Yes, sir.
And all of these things to help get your business to the next level.
Right. So you feel like social media, that's a great marketing tool.
Great marketing tool. It's something that you can do for free.
Yeah.
Something where you can take a photo, video, add music, and put your product, whatever it is, if it's radio or coaching or breaking an album,
that's
or
right.
a car, a plane, a boat. Right. And you can put your product or service out immediately.
Market it
to the world. You can market it. What better way to market yourself?
Well, you do it in an amazing way, man. An amazing way. And like you said, these people could buy anything at the drop of a dime. They want it right now. I'm sure that could be overwhelming at times.
It is. Absolutely.
Right?
Now, you're dealing with so much when it goes into a deal. Like you said, you have the managers.
Right.
You got the entourage.
The assistant who's running the,
You got the assistants. It could be a lawyer depending on the size of the deal.
Right.
It could be the business office, the accountants. Everybody's got to play ball. It is a lot of, it's a lot of work.
It takes it all from each department, right?
Yes.
So early on, you have a passion for cars. This is like as a kid, you're into cars, or coming in high school times, or what's the?
Absolutely. Okay. All my friends had nice cars,
nice whips, huh?
And they were doing some, maybe some stuff that was maybe gray areas.
Right.
So I was like, man, how can I figure out how to get these cars and work with these people? And I just always wanted a nice car myself. I was like, man, I don't want to go, I couldn't afford at the time to just go in and buy one at the dealership or wherever. Right. So I wanted to figure out who the connect was. Where can I get these? How can I source them?
Right.
who has them the cheapest?
Right.
What can I do to them to make them better?
Right.
And that just really got my wheels turning on the whole automotive side of it.
And here we are now. So, I mean, your passion and love for cars runs for many years.
Absolutely.
For many years. And is it safe to say now that you are that person? You're the connect now, the guy that you were searching for, you know, in your early come-up days. Now people are coming to you for the same exact plug.
Yeah, I think, you know, over the years, you know, I think it's key to find something that you're passionate about, right?
Absolutely.
But also, you have to be good at it.
That too.
You got to be able to make money. Like
at the end of the day, you got to be able to make the money.
At the end of the day, like whatever makes you the most money that you enjoy doing,
yeah,
you know, that's what you should do. A lot of people used to say, well, you know, just do your passion and the money will come and all that. But
you got to be good at it.
You got to be good at
Yeah.
it. You got to master that craft, and that's what I wanted to do with the cars.
Yeah, man.
Is master it. You know, to become the best in the business of cars, boats, planes.
And what better place to do it than beautiful Los Angeles, man?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, because the thing about it is everybody's here.
Right.
They're either coming here or they live here or have a home here or working here, shooting a movie here, music video here. You know, it's kind of like the center of the action.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know? So you'll sell a car, you'll lease a car, people can rent a car.
We really try to do sales, you know, sales and acquisitions. We try to sell as many as possible, as fast as possible to, you know, we've been fortunate enough to work with some of the biggest people in the world, and that's our goal. We have rented cars before.
I mean, are people hitting you up for music videos and shit like that, or are we done with that type of shit now?
Normally, but it comes with, like, you know, Travis and Future called the other day and they're like, hey, we need you. I'm like, whatever you need.
Right.
Whatever you guys need, those are my guys. I mean, those are both not only friends, but also humongous car collectors.
Absolutely.
Like, they don't even really post the cars that they have, but they, you know, buy 3, 4, 5, 6 cars at a time.
I was hearing some of the numbers and some of the stories as I was researching and preparing for this. I just can't believe 5, 6 cars. Like, what do you know, that some people would say, what do you need more than 1 or 2 cars for?
These guys, I mean, Future's bought 6 cars at a time.
Damn.
Over text.
Over text.
I'm flying to Australia. Send me his credit card. These guys, he's a different type of animal. So when those guys called me and say, hey, we're doing a video, the last video that he did with Travis where there's a Maybach and a bunch of convertible Maybachs, you know, we pull them up.
Supply that and pull up.
We bring them out because those are our guys, you know.
Peoples, man.
Those are our guys for years. Back before we even really had the location in Beverly Hills, they were still rocking with us.
Rocking with you.
They were giving us a shot, but you got to be prepared. It's not going to be at 9 a.m. It's going to be at 3 in the morning.
You know it. You know it.
You know.
I want to get to that. Yeah. Because it's really around the clock, right? It's 24/7.
Around the clock. Yeah. It's not in at 9 and out at 5.
It ain't that.
No, this guy's going to call you and say, you know, meet me at Nobu. I want to get in 20 people. I want to be able to smoke. I want to be there at 10 p.m. when the kitchen is closing, and you know, bring the whip, have it outside type of
I
thing.
need that outside.
Please, thank you, goodbye.
The true connector right here, man. RD from Wires Only is here. How the name Wires Only? What is that?
You know, Jamie and I were talking, Fox, and you know, everyone was always like, "Oh man, let me do this, let me do that," and we were just like, "Yo, you got to send the wire, you got to pay for it," you know.
Shoot the
and
wire.
We were like, we just came up with Wires Only, and it took off.
Wow,
it was crazy.
It really has, man.
We went on Jimmy Kimmel, like New York Times, Discovery Channel, TNT, like Vanity Fair, like just crazy stuff that I would never dream of.
Does it blow you away how far it's come?
It does, because that's what I like to tell people too, especially the kids.
Yeah.
Anybody can do it.
Right.
If I can do it, you can do it. Right. Anybody can do it. Now with social media and everything being available at your fingertips,
right?
You know, there's really, the sky really is
the limit.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I love Jamie so much. Every time I see y'all out, the energy is always so good. He's just a true gentleman. You know what I mean? Like, it's amazing when you see him on the big screen, you know his resume, and he stops and looks you right in the eye, shakes your hand every time, never forgets your name. And I just love him to death, man. Every time I'm around him, I just feel so blessed, you know?
Absolutely.
And you know, just the synergy between you, him, and, You just mentioned wires only in the show, man. It's a blessing to be in your presence today, bro.
Hey, man, thank you. It's an honor, man. God is great. I appreciate it. You know, Jamie is one of the most talented people I've ever met.
Ever.
The funniest person on the planet.
Right.
If you hang around him, you will be laughing 24/7. But you know, he's been a blessing. You know, genuine person, man.
He's
the real deal.
What was your first car? Do you remember? Well, let's go like your first car, and then when your first like, oh wow, you know what I mean?
You know, my first car was a '73 Chevy Impala. You know, I'm from Florida.
Okay.
So the donks are big. You know, the Impalas are big. Caprices are big. So that's all I wanted to do. That's what I had, a green Impala on gold D's.
Pulling up in that.
Yeah, you know, it was just, that's how we like
moved. Yeah.
That's how you're raised down there. Here it's funny because I did a deal for Kodak Black and Steve Will Do It the other day, and Steve Will Do It was giving Kodak Black a car.
I feel like I saw something about this. Yeah, okay.
He did a pod together with him. He was like, yo, he came to my office. He's like, yeah, I want to gift him a car.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
I want to get him a Lolo. And I'm like, man, you know,
you got to go with the...
Yeah, you know, this guy's he's a donk kind of guy. You know, the Lolo.
That's where he's from, right?
Yeah,
like his hometown, right?
Yeah,
so
he's gonna want the shit with the 26s, not the 13s. You know what I mean? But that's just two different car cultures.
Right.
So they flew out here, came to my office. They looked at a 6'4", took him around the block, hit the 3-wheel motion, let him catch the vibe, let him feel it, and I said, I would love to sell you this, but this ain't it.
You said this ain't it. This ain't the one.
No, this ain't it. This ain't it for Florida. Yeah, West Coast
vibe. More West Coast vibe.
So you want to give Kodak something? Let's get him a donk. You know, this car, I'm talking about the craziest Chevy you ever seen on 26s, and it's crazy because the guy on the spot, I called my boy. He actually bought a plane from me, and he had the donk. He's a big car customer, and I said, man, I need a donk ASAP. He's like, man, nah, yeah, I'm not gonna let it go. So I told him who it was for, and they're from kind of the same area.
Okay.
Like Pompano Beach, you know, and Pompano, South Florida, the whole thing. So he's like, all right, let's do it. And so we ended up selling it to Steve, and Steve ended up giving it to Kodak, which is crazy because it was right after he got shot.
Wow.
And he did their pod that night, and on the pod, they gifted him the car.
Wow, what a moment.
Yeah, it was crazy.
He had to love that,
yeah,
man.
because he was in the walker, and he was like, he came out, and he was like, don't play with me. He was like, don't play around with me like this. Yeah. He's like, no, this is yours.
Wow.
He's like, oh man, this is my dream car.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just
crazy.
like, it's just being around cool.
The universe, man.
The universe, because it goes hand in hand.
Do you feel like with cars like that, like classics, like it's like more desired nowadays because they're so, you know, vintage?
Absolutely.
Are they harder to get than, you know, a Bugatti?
The classics are
hard to get, I would imagine.
Hard to get. They're going up in value. They're rare. The collectability is great, depending on what it is. So, you know, these are some, you know, you could buy the right 6'4" and it could appreciate. You could buy the right Impala right now and it can appreciate and it can go up. So we love to educate people on what will lose money, what will gain money, what will hold steady. You know, that's kind of what we try to teach people the game of, like, okay, if you buy this, you're going to possibly lose this in a year. If you buy this, it could go up in a year.
You get that full experience with you because you're really doing the educational process as well.
You just want, because you got to remember, we get a lot of these cars back.
Yeah.
So people may call you back and be like, hey, I want to get out of the 6'4" and I want a Rolls truck. Or I want to get a vintage Ferrari, or I want to get, you know, a classic Porsche. And so you can help them build their portfolio. It's kind of like stocks or art.
Right.
You know?
Or a Rollie.
Yeah, or Rollie now too, which, as you know, is
going
crazy,
up.
Is going up. So we try to put people into the best investments.
Yeah.
So they can exit out, you know, or drive the car for free, or at least know what they're getting into.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of these clients, they become like family.
I would imagine, of course.
It starts with the car, like A$AP Rocky.
Yeah. Right.
He's like, yo, let me get bring some cars in my crib. This was like 10 years ago. Come to his crib, brand new Ferrari, Rolls Royce. I'm like, I told Lou, I was like, A$AP Lou, I was like, hey, can I get your license? He was like, oh, I don't have a license. I said, well, can I get Rocky's license? Yeah, I don't have a license. I was like, does anyone here, Ferg, this guy, that guy, does anyone from New York have a driver's license? They're like, no, we don't drive.
Oh, shit,
I'm like, what are we doing? So I go around the block with him a few times. He's like, man, this shit is
fire.
So I opened up the trunk and I had a Louis bag in there, and I was like, oh man, I thought I was the shit. I had a Damier Louis bag, you know, the checkerboard. He whispers in my ear. He said, man, you gotta get rid of that.
Facts.
Yeah, he goes, you gotta get Go Yard.
He said, go.
And this was like 10 years ago.
Right,
You know,
nah.
this guy is like,
Oh, he's so advanced.
this
though.
guy is the next level. So I give him the car. He's like, yeah, I'm going to make some music tonight, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm gonna hit you back. And he's like, man, how much is this car? I'm like, I don't know. It was like 400 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you know what? I'll take it. So
Without even putting his foot on the
no,
gas.
he
okay.
drove it that one
Okay,
night, and
yeah.
he was like, this is insane. He doesn't even know how to drive.
Right, it's like-
this was his first car. Was a Ferrari. But that's how it starts.
Yeah, that's how it starts.
I'm like, send me the license. None of these guys have license. So I'm like, okay, we got to get the license. Give me your insurance. Insurance. Yeah. Then, you know, so you start trying to get everything handled, and you become, you know, lifelong.
family members almost.
Yeah,
Yeah, no
yeah.
doubt. You build that relationship.
Build that relationship.
So you got Rocky buys that car one-time drive for his first car. You got you got Future purchasing cars from a jet on a text
On
message
text. Yes.
in bulk.
In bulk.
More than one.
Yeah, when the Rolls truck came out, he bought like 3 or 4. When the Lamborghini Urus came out, he bought 3 or 4. The Maybach convertible car came out, he bought 2.
Just different colors, like
Yeah. You know, he's just a different animal, you know?
one for Monday, one for Tuesday.
Yeah.
I got my Friday
He
with.
gave some of them away.
I hear about this. I hear
Yeah,
about people
he
gifting these type of cars.
He gave some of them away.
Can you imagine?
Yep. He's like, I'm like, where do you want? What color you want the wheels or what? He's like, nah, I'm giving that to, you know, my boy.
Oh,
Yep.
oh my
Big
God,
dog,
bro. RD Wires Only is in the building, man. He's blowing us away with some of these stories, and we're just getting warmed up. Let's talk $1 Million Wheels, the show on Discovery, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Season 1's complete.
Season 1 is complete. It's on Discovery Plus. You can check it out. It's insane.
It's amazing. Who are some of the celebrities on this show with you, man?
I mean, you know, it was when we shot the show, we told the network, the wonderful partners we have at Discovery, you know, we want to make sure we get real reactions.
Yeah.
Like how I pulled up and came out and your guys were
Blew
like,
everyone away.
let's get this.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to get your reaction when you see the car.
Hell yeah.
I want to get
everyone lights up.
I want to get the realness of what it takes to go into it.
Right.
The hustle and bustle of making it happen, and also the client's real reactions.
Yeah, no doubt. You definitely get that.
Yeah.
You
So
definitely get that.
we've got, you know, Kim Kardashian,
Amazing.
the biggest.
The biggest.
Jamie,
Jamie's on.
Tom
there.
Holland, Spider-Man, our guy, our brother, Floyd, Roddy Rebel, YG.
Yeah, man.
Another amazing guy.
Yes, sir.
All these people, you know, they all love cars, and we're able. J Balvin,
J Balvin, yeah.
Latino gang.
Latino gang, yes.
You gotta shout them out. He's the biggest, you know, and we were able to do these deliveries like during crazy times. Like
Right.
Balvin really waited for his car for like a year.
Right.
And he was shooting 6 videos the day, like I forget it was for TikTok or someone like that. So I had to go into the video and ask them to let me film my show during the
Inside it.
video break for lunch.
Which is a testament to your relationships, right? Because that's,
man.
come on, man. Like that, no one's doing that.
It was 2 guys there. They're from London, big, huge, humongous directors. And luckily I gave them cars for that video.
Okay.
So they were already in there, and I was like, hey, I need Jose for a minute.
Yeah.
And they're like, wait, who's this guy? The guy's like, no, he's the guy with those
the big
cars.
bodies that pulled up.
They said, okay, you can take them, but it has to be during lunch when we break for dinner. You got to take him out, shoot it, and bring him right back.
Quick.
So I went into the trailer. He changed. We mic'd him up. He still hadn't seen the car yet. We bring the car, and he really took delivery on the set. So him seeing that it was a 2-tone Maybach,
Yeah.
it was him seeing the car for the first time. Wow. So it was insane. So it was a lot of
That reaction.
It was a lot of moving parts because he waited. You know, he waited
A year, you said.
Yeah, he waited a long time.
Wow.
Who's the celeb that was like really blew you away with their like savviness and like, you know, cars and had a lot of knowledge?
Kendall knows a lot about cars.
Kendall knows a lot about cars, huh?
Yeah, Kendall Jenner knows. Yeah,
Wow.
She was dating Devin Booker.
yeah, she
also as well.
She knows a lot about cars. Let me see who Tyler the Creator.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a car nut.
Car nut, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
All these guys, like you'll be surprised. They know
They know their shit.
They know their stuff.
They know their stuff.
IDK is another one.
Yeah.
You know, has a class at Harvard, which is insane.
Yeah. So I was seeing, of course, the Kim Kardashian episode. I mean, as if it's not hard enough to get the car, the one that they want. You've got to do the pitch. You got to make sure the team's on point as they're rolling the car in. You don't want to make one small error could throw anything off.
That car almost hit the building. I don't know if you saw in the episode, but we're at Kim's office.
Okay.
And this was the first day she was shooting Keeping Up, her show on Hulu.
Okay, yeah.
So she was like, hey, and everyone was like, oh, no, there's no way Kim's going to do this. And I was like, Kim, I have my show. It's getting ready to come out. She was like, oh, great. She was like, I'm shooting mine today. I want to take delivery of my car. Let's do it on the set on the way, before I start shooting.
Wow. You're like,
and
yes.
the producers were like, oh, my God, this is insane. Man.
He's pulled it off. There's nothing he can't do. He's on fire.
No one, we're still not going to be able to get this signed off on.
Right. Even after you, right? Because we go through that too on the radio side with, people who record verses for me all day.
Right.
But it's difficult
clearing them.
Actually get them cleared. So I was wondering even about that too. Like, okay, Kim's the sweetest woman in the world. She's going to do you this solid. You have this magical moment on camera, but it doesn't stop there.
It doesn't stop there. You got to get the location approved. You got to get the appearance agreement signed. You got to get after you get the cut, you got to show it to them and make sure everyone's on the same page.
Right. So what's that? Is there pressure? Are you nervous? Because you're on camera too, so it's a lot of moving parts, man.
That was probably one of my most favorite episodes that we shot.
So good.
Kim pulls up. I said, hey, I've got your car. Can we run this? And she's like, yeah, let's do it. She mics herself. You hand her the mic. She's
Bro.
Like, she's like, let's roll.
Let's roll.
Let's go.
She's looking. She's blown away by the car. It's fully decked out. It's a one of one, custom for her.
Yeah.
You get the car there, and she's loving everything. She's the lights. She's picturing her kids in the whip, and she just looks at you and says, I would just love if this car was gray.
Yeah, that did catch me by surprise, but that's part of our business.
You didn't blink though, man.
No, it's not in our vocabulary.
No is not in our vocabulary.
No, it's not in our vocabulary.
Come on.
We're going to figure it out.
We're going to figure it out.
You just have to apply that in life and business. And, of course, it did throw me off because we just finished it. It took 6 months.
Right.
And she says, I want to do it great like the rest of my fleet. And I said, let's run it, put it back on the truck. Yes, ma'am, I got you right away. Thank you for having me. Take it back to platinum and paint it gray. And then we did. We
got it done.
We took it that day, painted it gray, put wheels on it.
Shout out to my homies over at Platinum, man. The teamwork it takes to get these things done.
Yeah.
So she wants it in gray. Now it's in gray. She's loving the product. I mean, but that's what you said. It's like that's the stuff that she's calling back. You know what I mean? Or you've got something for her. There's a relationship there. It's not just so transactional. Where you're in it for a long-term relationship, sure. Man.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. I mean, we're in the people business, we're in the service business, and the best thing about this is the people that you meet.
Yeah.
And the rooms you get you could get fortunate enough to be in. Some of these deals are just the connectors of people.
Have you had moments where you're bringing someone a car and there's someone else there, another potential client, right? Like I would imagine, or who's been one of those guys or girls who is giving you a good recommendation, and you're like, oh shit.
I mean, it was funny because on Jimmy Kimmel, I pulled up to the Sony lot.
Yeah,
I was just going to see Fox. We were talking about something. He was like, yeah, man, pull up, come see me. So I get there. And there was a few guys there, and Anthony Anderson went on Jimmy Kimmel like the next day after the playoffs.
Okay.
And he told the story about Jamie said, yo, you got to call my car guy.
Just like that.
He'll take care of you. And on Jimmy Kimmel, they pulled the picture up of him and I together, and they talk about him making that referral on Kimmel. And it was after the playoffs. So, it's crazy, it's crazy how it works.
The timing and the way things align. I love what you said earlier too, just how like cars is the connector, really. It's one of the main connecting pieces between fashion, sports, music, lifestyle, the culture.
Absolutely.
And you're really tying that all in, man. You're really tying that all in. Your office is just filled with dream cars.
Absolutely.
Dream cars, the showroom, right?
100%.
What did you learn from season one?
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. It's more than what people think it would be.
It's a lot of work.
Which is crazy because you're doing the actual, there's so much work you're already doing to achieve the moment and the sale and the relationship. And then you got, but yeah, I just wanted to ask you that question, man.
It was, since I co-created the show and executive produced it and starred in it, it was a big time learning experience getting some of these talent agreements signed. A lot of the releases. I did 95% of the releases.
Wow.
Because sometimes these guys, their camps aren't responding and
right.
It's getting down to the wire and you got to get these things signed off on and the footage has to be approved and it's, it was a big time. I learned so much. We had an amazing crew, amazing partners at Discovery. They let us, kind of film the real live action. Which
was so good, that natural reaction.
Yeah, the natural reaction, because that's the only way I wanted to do it.
Yeah.
And it was really good. It was fun. It was definitely a learning experience.
Do you trip out when you're listening to music? You're in the club, you're in the car, someone sends you an MP3, and you're like, "Damn, that's real shit." That's how the story went when they're talking about.
Yes.
You got Uzi's referencing some whips he's purchased from you. Drizzy's doing the same thing. What's top three? You got top three.
But yeah, God rest Pop Smoke. He's one of my favorites. Stephen Victor, at Victor. Those are my guys. Family. And Pop called me one day and he's like, "Man, you gotta hear this." And it's all. I think it's on the last album. It's the interlude.
Yeah.
And he's like, I met this girl. She's got the buns I admire. I'm gonna buy her a car. I gotta send RD the wire. And I was like, "Wait, what?" He was like, "Yeah." He's like, "I'm working on this guy and that guy, and I'm putting this song together."
So
and that's the hook for the song.
Wow, that's the hook for the song.
That's the hook for the song.
Long live Pop, man.
Yeah, long live Pop. He was the greatest. So we're doing a Wires Only album.
Okay.
That we're working on.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
this is dope.
I didn't get to mention that.
Let's go.
We're working on that with Victor, and that's the intro to the album.
Love it.
And we have all of these guys that we worked with. We're getting songs from or verses and the stems. I'm learning a little bit.
Right. Exactly. Dude,
clearances.
All of that.
I'm learning a little bit about it, but we're gonna make it the soundtrack for season 2 for $1 Million Wheel. So when the season 2 drops, we're gonna have hopefully an EP or an album together of all the artists that we are blessed to work with.
It's exclusive music, man. This is great. So season 2 is on the way. That was one of my questions.
Season 2 is on the way. We're trying to navigate to see where it's going to go. It could be on cable. It could be on Discovery. It could be on Discovery Plus where it is now, which is amazing. And we got a lot of exciting stuff in the works. We have our NFT dropping.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too. Yeah. Real quick, finishing up though, did you have a top 3? We got Pop Smoke.
Yes.
We got Pop Smoke as one. I know Travis has said some things.
Yeah,
I mean, and not even shout outs, just car references. You know what I mean?
For the keys, not the work, the V. And he was talking about the Bugatti, similar to the Bugatti from today.
Wow.
He has one just like it.
Travis said this?
Yes. Within the Pop Smoke song.
Oh, okay.
He said, "I paid 3 for the keys, not the work, the V." And then he holds up the key, which was crazy because he lost the key.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he lost the key and he called me. He's like, "Man, I paid a lot of money for this car. I lost the key." I said, "Trav, I gave you all the keys." He's like, "I don't care." He's like, so I have Travis and Bugatti after sales on the phone. We're trying to figure out the keys. They're like, it's $30,000 for the keys.
Hey, yo.
And he's livid. I mean, he's livid. And I'm like, "Man, don't worry. We're going to get this figured out." And he needed the keys because he was doing that song.
Okay.
Pop.
Right.
And he had 2 Bugattis in that video, which we bought and sold both of them. And in that song, he says, "I paid 3 for the keys, not the work, the V." And he holds up the key. So we order the keys, and they make you get 3 keys and rekey the entire car.
Oh my God.
And it's a super long process.
This is a process,
It's a process. So we're going through the process. The video is and this is, coming from France, this is not quick. He calls me 3 days later at midnight. "Yo, bro, I found the key."
No.
We're good. I'm like, "Oh, man."
We're good.
I'm like, "Cancel the order ASAP."
All right, that's 2. You got one more? Because you're delivering these cars and then you're hearing these records and it's like, damn, they're really referencing these joints, man.
Yeah, Rocky probably.
Yeah, Rocky moment, huh? So dope, man.
Yeah.
Do you ever sleep, bro?
I try to.
You got to get it where you can, but I guess the reason I ask that is because you said he called at midnight, right? It's like it could be 3 a.m. Someone's calling.
Oh yeah,
you.
no, with that
Type of level
with
of
that level of
clientele?
It's it's whatever, whenever.
I love it. 24 hours.
Yeah, it could be at the studio at 6 a.m. I've done those. I've done all of those nights.
Those type of nights, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
You've connected with Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, my
not
guy.
like, man.
I mean, he's
The rock star,
he's
baby.
the greatest.
Yeah, the best.
I was just with him in Italy with Fox.
What's a night like? Oh, what's a night like with Fox and Leonardo DiCaprio?
These guys are best friends. They're crazy.
I got to get in this crew, man.
Yeah,
I got to
these
get in
guys
there, bro.
We were there for a fundraiser, which Jamie hosted. UNICEF raised like a ton of money for
God bless.
for World Hunger.
Amazing.
And Leo donated tickets to his premiere, and he came to the event, and he helped raise a bunch of money. But we were walking through the streets of Capri with no security.
Like that, huh?
Yeah, and it was crazy. I mean, getting
Camera phones, people coming up like,
man,
I'm sure they're mobbing.
Insane, but he's a normal guy. He waited in line for the Biggie album. You know
Really?
what I mean, yeah, he's a huge hip hop head.
Love that.
Yeah, he's no joke. Like,
Yeah.
and that's him really dancing in The Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's
legend
yeah.
shit. Huh?
Marshall High School legend. Bro.
Yeah, it's a Marshall High School legend. DiCaprio.
Yeah.
We talked about Jimmy Kimmel. Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos is a big one. Yeah,
Jeff Bezos.
yeah, he's a big one.
Is he making purchases or?
he has all bulletproof SUVs. Can't get into it too much. but
Right.
It's a Secret Service type of vibe.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
How much does that cost? Like bulletproof car?
It's not much. I mean, you can get bulletproof Escalade, brand new B6 level armoring, bomb proof, with all the air filter, suspension, everything for like $250, between $250 and $300.
Okay.
But like the baby, he had 6 of them. That's the first thing he ever bought was not a like Lamborghini. It was 6 bulletproof trucks.
Just like that, huh?
Future 2. He's got
Really?
a bunch of bulletproof
What kind?
trucks.
So, but that's the price after the purchase of the truck.
That's with the truck.
That's with the truck. What kind of truck?
Escalade,
Escalade.
Tahoes.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like, it doesn't look like much, but the glasses of this 6. Some of them got compartments where you can actually shoot out of. Also, you can open and shoot
Yeah,
out
if
of if
anything.
you have to. Yeah, the bulletproof business is a big business.
It's got to be though. I mean, this is serious, right? It's
Yeah.
like, high level, and the risk is there. And I'm glad to hear that people are doing
Yeah,
that.
yeah, for sure.
Seriously. What's a crazy request? Is there anything that blows you away that you're like, oh, come on? I'm sure timing is always something.
I mean, I can't tell you who, but I had someone buy a tour bus and wrap it pink and take it to Six Flags just to take their daughter to Six Flags. And then after we were done with the Six Flags with the birthday, we had to sell the tour bus, unwrap it pink.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, crazy stuff. It just,
Yo.
the sky is the limit. Gifts too, you'll get a lot of people wanting to buy gifts.
To trip you out like,
Yeah.
damn, this is like, what a gift, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you taking someone out to dinner, maybe buying them a bracelet, but this is
Yes.
expensive purchases.
Yes.
You're like, this is a gift?
It's a gift. It's a gift. Have it here, have it there this time. Put the bow on it. Thank you.
That reaction.
And sometimes they're not even there. They just tell me where to leave it. Leave the key in the cup holder.
Damn, man. You mentioned the moment where, the car came so close to hitting that like
Yes.
that wall, right? On
Inches.
that on that episode. Has anything ever gone wrong?
Oh yeah, for sure. You have cars come, with damage.
Right?
You've had, cars, people get into accidents.
God forbid, but it happens.
It happens, man.
And
happens.
a repair on these are expensive.
These are expensive repairs. We had a guy, Balvin was in town, doing his Jordan commercial, and he's like, "Hey, I'm at the hotel. Come grab me and take me out to do the Jordan."
Okay.
Doing the Jordan commercial, and a shout out to all the guys at Jordan, man. They're just, I'm a huge fan. Like,
Absolutely.
I grew up, like,
Come on.
I had to be there.
Had to, right?
So
Yeah.
I grab him. I head that way. So I have a brand new Rolls SUV. So I told one of our guys, I said, listen, don't move unless one of his people come down and need to come to the Jordan commercial and bring them to the Jordan commercial.
Right.
My other 2 assistants were on location with me. They come up to me, Michael and Joey, they're just devastated. They're like, man, shaking their head. They're like, so-and-so took the Rolls truck and went to the gas station and pretty much totaled it. No. Brand new. And the worst part about it was the guy that he ran into was a guy, the son that goes to my gym, the dog pound.
No way.
Yes. In a Bentley truck. No. So yeah, that kind of stuff happens, but.
Happens. Wow.
You gotta just,
maneuver and roll with the
You
punches.
gotta roll with the punches and try to keep it pushing.
Is there ever a bidding war for one car and you're like, what do I do now?
Absolutely.
I'm stuck in a pickle here.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. It happens all the time.
I bet. What do you do in that situation?
It depends on who it is and how much it is and what the car is, You guys could be paying, you could say, okay, I'll pay
whatever for it.
Yeah. And then the next guy, if I say so-and-so is offering this, then they're like, you know what? I'm in at X amount.
Up there.
And then if they both know they're going at it, sometimes, the sky's the limit.
I can imagine.
It gets crazy.
This got to be on camera.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the episodes.
It gets crazy. We haven't done one of those episodes, but it gets absolutely insane. It's super competitive. A lot of these buyers and collectors are, super competitive. They always want the latest and greatest or best or rarest.
I can imagine.
Car. Yeah.
What's been the toughest car to get? Is there one that comes to mind that's just been difficult to track down or customize?
We just got a Lamborghini Reventon, which is a 1 of 20.
1 of 20.
Yes. My guy Zach found it in a guy's barn pretty much in Canada.
Wow.
400 miles.
Really?
Yes. Insane. It's the one they modeled after the fighter jet. Jeez. So it's a car that looks like a fighter jet it's a Lambo. It's painted matte gray and it has a military green suede interior. And right when you look inside, it says number 5 of 20.
Oh man, what a beauty.
That's a rare one.
Wow.
Yeah.
Tell me about the NFT you got going on.
So we partnered with a company called ETHJets.
Okay.
And it's pretty cool because everyone's asking me man, how are you guys flying? You guys are flying private all the time. Do you guys own planes or sell planes? And we do sell planes to our customers, but we also help a lot of customers fly.
Yeah.
And ETHJets is an NFT that you can buy a card, a platinum, gold, or silver card. You can go to ethjets.com or you can go to the ETHJets Discord, and it gives you access to all of the empty leg flights in the country.
Damn.
So what an empty leg is, say a plane brings us back from Vegas to LA, one of your shows. We land, the plane has to go back.
Wow,
It has to go back anyways. It could go back empty. So a lot of times what these operators will say, okay, it's going to cost this much for the gas. Me and you already paid for the entire flight.
Right.
Because it was taking us back from Vegas, so it's going to go back empty. So it's a fraction of the price. So what this app does is you type in, with this NFT, you get access to the app, and the app gives you unlimited access to all of those empty legs across the country.
Crazy.
So if you put in LA, it'll tell you, okay, you got LA Vegas, LA Aspen, LA Miami.
Okay.
And you get unlimited access to those discounted flights.
Right from the palm of your hand in the app.
Right from the palm of your hand.
Man, this is dope.
Yeah, so it's really cool. So what we did is, that's how I've been flying and traveling is using their system because they have the wholesale system for all of these flights that have to sell. There was one to Vegas that was like $3,000, another one that was $6,000. Super, super cheap flights.
Wow.
If you think about it, you can bring other people on the flight.
Right, split it up a little bit, and it's not bad at all.
It's not bad. It's a full charter price.
Right.
But also they've got 4 or 5 charter companies that they work with where you have wholesale guaranteed rates on a bunch of different fleets of planes.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're combining all of our car utilities with the plane utilities with the charter company. So if you are a card member holder or purchase NFT, you get a bunch of access to our cars and our fleet and our business. You get to come to the set of $1 Million Wheels. You get to interview the cast. You get to learn how to do social media content.
Wow.
Learn about selling and buying high ticket items. Learn about customer service. So we combined a bunch of really cool utilities along with ETHJets to do like an ultimate membership.
Wow, it's so dope, man. That is so fire. What a great experience. Yeah. I love how you're teaching and, giving people the ability to learn as well along the process, man. That is, because it's got to be, it's scary. I don't care how much money you have. You're spending a lot of money. Yeah. You're nervous about certain purchases or even things got to be there on time and things of that sort. Recently, you helped Uzi get JT a car, right, for a birthday gift, was it?
Yeah.
I mean, what's that pressure? What's that like?
I mean, he doesn't give you much heads up, but he's been
Saturday. I need it by Saturday.
Yeah, that would be Friday night.
Like that?
Yeah, for sure. Uzi, Mina, everybody on that side, I love dearly. He's been a good friend of mine. Drama, Lake, Don Cannon, that whole camp has always treated me like family. And I've done the same.
Yeah.
And so, he'll call from his cell phone or even text you and say, hey, even last year, he bought her a McLaren.
Right.
And
I remember seeing that. Yeah.
And he paid with Ethereum.
Wow.
Which was kind of cool because it was after hours.
Right.
It was on the weekend. He needed the car there on like a Monday, and this was like on a Sunday night. And he was like, can I send you ETH? And I'm like, sure, why not? So I sent him the Coinbase wallet, and he paid for the car with Ethereum. Banks are closed, and I would have gave him the car anyways, but he was like,
this is how I want to do it.
I want to do it this way.
Yeah, damn, that's dope.
Boom, and he sent it, and within 10 minutes it was there. And so we delivered that car, which was a McLaren, which he still has, which she loves cars. She's a huge car girl as well, just like Uzi. He's a car enthusiast. He
knows a lot about cars.
He does. And anytime he gets a car, he does the craziest stuff to it.
Like what?
Insane.
Like what? Because, we're talking interior, we're talking
everything.
Wheels,
tires,
TVs,
interiors, body kits, suspension, turbos, NOS canisters, colors, lights underneath, wings, whatever you can think of. Because
customized.
He's super creative.
He's so creative. Yeah.
He just thinks on another level, and he loves cars, and he really loves to go fast.
Wow.
Yeah, like he's
pushing it.
You've seen him ride the bikes.
Yeah.
You've seen him. The guy's a real scrapper. Like, he gets down.
That's right.
He loves to go fast. So he called me and he was like, listen, I want to buy, my girl's birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
I need you. I'm like, whatever you need, I got you. He's like, let's do a Maybach. So the first birthday, and nobody knows this, I've never told this story.
Okay, talk to me.
So the first birthday party was in New York. They had a bunch of birthday parties.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, give me the new Maybach 2023 ASAP, have it delivered with the bow, have it here in New York. Driver comes, picks up the Maybach. On the way to New York, he's like, one day out, he hits a deer.
The driver in the Maybach, or he's driving the car with
driving the Maybach in the back of a trailer.
Right. He hits a deer.
Car goes down.
No.
Oh yeah, and the Uzi is hot. I showed him the picture of the deer, the truck. I'm telling him the story. He's like, man, that is not my problem. He's like, you need to figure this out. He's like, I don't care. I said, he goes, you're missing the party. He's like, bro, I'm doomed. Like, what are you doing? Like,
I can't miss this moment.
Like, everyone is expecting to come outside, and I'm surprising her with this gift.
This is big. This has got to happen. Like,
yeah, like you got to tell the guy to get out of the car and drive it there. And this was in like Oklahoma.
Oh shit! So what do you do?
The guy's like, sir, I'm trying to get a new radiator for my truck. The deer went through, and this deer knocked the whole front end off of his truck.
Oh my God.
So I get the car to New York like a day later after the party. And he's like, I'm like, hey, the car's downstairs. He's like, for what? He's like, I don't want it. The party's over. Like, he's like, you know what though? He's like, he calls me a little bit later, and he was livid. He goes, listen, we're doing another party in Miami the following night, and I'm gonna let you redeem yourself. He's like, I need a Rolls truck, but I want a Rolls truck that's rare.
Wait, so this is a totally different car. This isn't the same car.
That car was in New York. Like, I just got that car back from New York. So that car we dropped off, but he's like, hey, the party's gone. They're already in Miami. I'm going there now. He's like, I need something different. You deal with that car. That's your problem. It was late. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I call my boy. My boy's like, man, I got a brand new Rolls truck in Miami. It's black with black interior seats in the front, like white interior seats in the back.
Okay.
Black badge, 2023.
Sheesh.
I call him. I'm like, man, I think I could pull this off. He's like, you better pull it off. I'm going to be at the party, have a bow, and have your guy waiting. And when I land, I'm going to get there. So he was flying in from New York. The driver had to bring the new truck with the bow on it.
Yeah.
Simultaneously when he landed. And then he landed and we did the delivery, and it went seamless. And, it got tricky for him.
It gets tricky.
It got tricky.
It got tricky.
Yeah.
And you just never take it personal, man. You just keep keep your head on a swivel,
That's it.
focused on the end result. Because it's tough. There's a lot of emotions involved
It
in
is.
this.
You know, because these things can get pretty serious. You know?
Yeah.
These are serious guys.
Yeah.
With serious camps. You know, like you got Rock Nation calling, you got everybody calling. Like, what are you doing? I don't care about the deer. You know, like this is your problem.
Yo.
These are big books of business.
Yeah,
you know?
man.
This is high pressure.
Love this, man.
So I still have that Maybach.
Yeah, you still got it.
I still got
if anybody needs it,
If anybody needs
wiresonly.com.
Yeah, it's on the website.
When did you first meet Drake?
It was a long time ago. It was a crazy video that him and YG. Why You Always Hating?
Yeah, okay, yeah, for sure.
Ty Dolla Signs, I think was.
That's YG and Drake's record.
Yeah.
Who do you love or why you always hating? Kamaya's on that record.
Kamaya.
Yeah.
So we brought a bunch of cars to that video, and it was here. We filmed it here, and YG, of course, was drinking the Henny right out of the bottle, getting in the cars, driving. And I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
He's like, yo, I got this, yo. Like, chill out. It's,
Perfect, right?
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So that was one of the first times, and he's super tight with Jamie.
Yeah.
You know, they're super tight. So it was cool. He's a big car guy too.
Ever did any collabs or worked or with Ye with Kanye?
Yeah.
Because I would imagine he's such a creative.
Yeah.
What's that like?
Yeah, he's a serious guy. You know, he buys, 6-7 cars at a time.
He was one of the guys I've heard does this for the whole team, the whole family.
Yes.
And buys in bulk.
Yeah.
That's what I have heard.
Yeah. Yeah, he bought a ton of maybe 20, 25 cars.
25 cars.
All of them were gifts.
Wow.
Yeah, all of them were
Kanye
gifts.
West.
Yeah. All of them were gifts.
25 cars for gifts.
It was a lot.
It's a big.
That's
a crazy order.
That's
man.
high pressure too.
Right? So,
Yeah, that's high. That's high. That's a high pressure situation too. We delivered 6 Maybachs to him the other day, and it was pretty crazy because we got to the restaurant where he was at, and he's like, you. I'm like, he's like, you drive me. I'm like, yo, yeah, it's me. I'm the guy that brought the cars. Like, I own the dealership. He's like, yeah, I know, but I got to get out of here. You want to drive me? So I get in the car, and I'm driving him, and he's in the back playing the most amazing music ever heard. One of the new gospel albums, and
Okay.
I'm just like, this is insane. I'm driving on on the freeway.
You're like, this is my life?
I'm like, this is crazy.
This is life right here.
Where are we going?
Where are you going? Where are you
You
going?
need me to make a reservation, or like, what are we doing? And so we dropped the 6 whips off to him. I drove him to where he needed to go, and then he did what he needed to do. But yeah, that was a crazy one.
Yo, man, these stories are so priceless. I could talk to you all day. I just appreciate your time. I'm excited for season 2 of the show. The NFT project you're working on with, what was the company you're?
ETH Jets.
ETH Jets, man.
Yeah,
That's an exciting collaboration there.
ETHjets.com. ETH Jets is the Discord. You can learn all about it.
Do that.
It's a great way to fly.
Wiresonly.com. I mean, this guy is on a mission, and he's around the biggest of the biggest, baby. You are making it happen. I want to leave with a quote of yours that I really liked. It says, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, don't even bother showing up.
Don't even bother.
I really like that comment, man. Talk to me about that quote, man.
My economics teacher, which was also my basketball coach, I thought I could just come in and do whatever I wanted, because we were on the basketball team. We had an amazing team. I came into class late.
I scored 20 last night. I'm doing what I want today.
He said, let me explain something to you. And then he broke that down. He said, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you're late, don't come.
Bars.
And I was just like, what?
Yo.
Yeah, I was like, this is like 6th grade. I'm like, man, time management. And it always stuck with me.
Yeah.
And I always try to apply that for sure.
No doubt. What's your message to the youth, man? The ones who are watching, you know what I'm saying, who are coming up like with that same dream, man.
Just keep creating. Put whatever you want to put out there. God's a blessing for everybody, and take these opportunities of Instagram and social media and bet on yourself. Don't give up. Keep on swinging. If I can do it, you can do it. Anything is possible in today's age.
Right.
It really is.
you're going to hear some no's, right? There's going to be some no's and some doubters.
There's going to be a million no's, but all it takes is one yes.
Talk to them.
Just get back up and just keep swinging. Just dust yourself off and get on to the next one.
How about patience? You know, it never happens quick enough for us, man.
Patience. You got to have patience. It's all about timing, but hard work and preparation, a little bit of patience.
I'm sure you've had situations where today it didn't work with a certain client, but
for sure.
you know, you stayed in the game and come back around. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Just be patient. Everything will work out. You know, just keep working hard, bet on yourself, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe
But you got to believe in yourself. You got to believe in yourself.
That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
If I can do what I've been able to accomplish, anybody can accomplish anything. And that's the main thing I always try to tell the kids that we're always around, because, you know, they see all these artists and YouTubers and these people and they're like, oh man, how did you do it?
Yeah.
Just bet on yourself.
Bet on yourself.
In today's world, we have all of the tools.
Yeah.
If you got a phone, we can make some stuff happen.
Lastly, the importance of networking.
Oof.
The importance of networking, right? Because not every night or a day is a sale, right? Like you're learning about these people's family, their children, the assistants. You know, there's a lot of people that play roles into this, and you know, you don't want to rub no one the wrong way. You don't know who's who in these rooms you're walking into, right? What's kind of your message about networking and never burning bridges?
It might not be your net worth, but it's your network.
It's all about that network.
For sure. It takes sometimes months and years and years and years of relationship building to be able to have the opportunity to do whatever deal you're trying to
Even
do.
to get the pitch, right?
Even to get
Even
the
to
pitch.
set it up.
What Mark Cuban said, I think said it best. If you're in the room, if you're even getting the coffee or opening the door, you're in the room. And that always stuck with me.
Yeah.
You know, that's the most important thing, is invest in yourself, and invest, if you have the opportunities to go places and meet people, meet as many people as you can.
Yeah.
Meet as many people as you can. Shake as many hands as you can. Get in front of as many people as you can, because those doors, for me, have opened up by being in all of these places and investing in relationships.
Yeah,
you know,
man.
because that's what it comes down to. Is it comes down to the relationships and who you know.
That's right. That's right. You're getting gems. These are gems, and they apply to any business, man.
Any business.
Any business, man. RD is here, wiresonly.com. Please check it out. He's got a million things going on. The guy never sleeps. He's 24/7. He's on. Before we wrap, I know my producer B got something for you.
Yeah, two quick ones.
Yes, sir.
First one, what's the craziest place you had to drop a car off?
Great question. What's the craziest place?
Colombia.
Colombia. For Balvin?
Yeah, for Balvin. That was pretty crazy. Also for Balvin, we dropped off a car that was not really in the best area. It was a multi-million-dollar car in Miami. And he was like, hey, you got to pull up, and I want to see the car. And it was at a studio house, and there was chickens running across the street. And like, I was like, man, are you sure? He comes outside. He's like, yeah, okay. Looks around. He's like, yeah, I'll take it.
Oh, shit.
And it was a tricky spot.
Tricky spot, huh?
Yeah, but it's, you know, it's just
Wherever.
you know, at any time, any place, you know, the deliveries are crazy.
That part. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
And then the last one, you know, you got special relationships with all these people. You know, you got the Travis Scotts on the feet right now.
That's right.
Shout out to Dave Stromberg and Travis Scott for sending me these.
The homies, yeah, no doubt. The homies, yeah.
Also said these people buy cars in bulk, and you know they're very, you know, giving. What's been the craziest gift or the biggest gift you've got from somebody, you know, just as an appreciation gift?
Good question, man. Good question.
Appreciation gift.
Yeah, we talk about all the gifts that these guys give out. Someone's got to be showing you the love. You're making it happen.
Floyd is you know, Floyd is one of my good dear friends and clients. And one day we were at Pristine Jewelers in New York, and he was giving everybody TMT chains. And I was just standing there, and he was like, boom.
Oh,
Gave
man.
me an iced out TMT chain, which was pretty crazy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
It's a great feeling, man.
Yeah.
You've accomplished so much, and I know you're still just getting warmed up, man. Much more blessings to you.
Thank you, man.
You know, much more success. Cheers to some more great health, man.
Yes, sir.
you, your family, your loved ones. It's just been a real pleasure to sit down. As I build this podcast up, you're someone exactly who I wanted to speak with and let my viewers have a chance to learn more about, man. Season 2, $1 Million Wheels is on the way. The NFT with the plane
ETH Jets.
wiresonly.com.
Yes, sir.
And the Instagram is Wires Only.
Wires Only.
And if you want to please hit that follow button if you're not already. You'll be mind blown. But this guy's always entertaining, man. Thank you.
You got it. My pleasure. Thank you.
RD, thank you for coming through, man. This has been Just Incredible's podcast. You know the drill, man. Hit the like, subscribe, drop some comments. My bro's going to be in the comment section responding to everybody. We love what we do. We're blessed to do what we do. And like he said, man, believe in yourself. That's a key takeaway I want y'all to take from this. And anything can happen. Sky is the limit if you put the work in.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you so much for watching the Just Incredible podcast today. Wires Only is my guest. Much blessings to you. Peace and love.
Just incredible.
Hey, yo, just incredible.
You don't know, eh?
Keep winning.
Yes, sir. Hey, thank you to everyone who watched this podcast. The music you're hearing, that's provided by LA's own The Eastie Boys. If you enjoyed watching this, please hit the like button, drop a comment in the comment section, and while you're there, tap that subscribe button so you can subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. There's more content just like this, and trust me, a lot more on the way. To keep up with me off of YouTube, follow me on Instagram at Justin_credible or my TikTok. You can just search Watch Just Incredible. Thank you so much for watching.